Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how our Powerhouse Group ticketing system works. So I set up a test account to show you basically how our project management system is going to make all our lives a lot easier, especially working with the team that we're working with. So basically from the Powerhouse Group website, we will email you over a link to this, but you'll go to powerhousegroup.net/tickets. And you'll come into a system that says Powerhouse Group Ticketing System. We will then, up at the top right corner over here where it says Sign In, click the Sign In button. I've created a login of test user and click the login button. Remember the password. So basically it'll open up to a screen that has like the latest projects that you're working on. So at the top you have Home, My Page, Projects, and Help. Mostly what you're going to be working with, usually if you only own one different type of store, you're going to be working with My Page to handle all your tickets. So I'm going to walk you through My Page first. You'll see on a section here that you have issues assigned to you and reported issues, where once we start going back and forth, the reported issues on the right side is stuff that we are working on, and any questions or responses that we might have will be coming back to you on the issues assigned. So I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a ticket or a what we call an issue, and assigning it and working with our team to help complete these. So I'm going to go back to my home page or my projects page, and we will click on the project that we're working on, which is Test Project Management System. So we will click Test Project Management System. You'll see in here the overview. You'll have activity. You won't really play around with activity. It'll just basically show you what has been going on. Say for instance we have a lot of other members that might have 100 different things that they're working on simultaneously, so they want to see an overview on all the activity to make sure that we're working on our end. So you're not really going to use the calendar, news, documents, file settings. We don't personally use these. The only ones that we use are issues and new issue. So first, you can see that we don't have any open tickets, so right now we're going to do a new issue. And I'm going to explain how we need these done. So basically we have a tracker here, so we can do bug, feature, support, quote, research, design, follow-ups, awaiting response, development, and feedback. So say for instance we want to design some business cards. We're going to do a thing here under design. We're going to put need to design business cards in the subject line. So this is what I want. All my information and details should go here. Here you could also let me go through. So basically you put your description here, put your status. Obviously it's a new issue, so we want to keep it new, but we have in progress, resolved, feedback, closed, rejected, and past due. So usually you're just going to put it as new. Priority, low is obviously the lowest, all the way up to immediate is the most severe. So we'll just leave it normal. Status is new, priority is normal. I want you guys to assign these to me, Justin Leckie, under here. As I'm the senior project manager, I will work within the rest of the team to dispatch out each different task. I want to make sure that every one of you guys is being taken care of and it's going to the right departments. That way we keep a good relationship, and your price is low actually, so I'll determine on what's going on here. So basically from here we'll put assigned to Justin Leckie. Quoted amount, that's not a field that you guys are going to be really playing in. We'll play in that quoted amount just to keep a track over here, but you could actually browse and upload files to your actual tasks. Just hitting the browse button and then picking something to open. So it will do up to 25 megabytes. So some of you graphic designers over there sending me your artwork, you might want to continue to email them and then just email me it with the issue number. That way I know which one it goes to, so I can work with the rest of the team to make sure that they get your design artwork. So watchers, you don't really need to play with the watchers. That's something I will handle on my end as well. But we'll go ahead and create this ticket on here. So you'll see it. So we have ticket number 705 has been opened. You'll see that here. You'll see who it's assigned to and whatnot. But if we go back to my page, you'll now see that we have a reported issue over here that says Test Project Management System. This is the project. This will probably be your company name as a project. Trackers, design, and then what we're working on. That way, if we're working on so many different things, nothing gets left behind with the system. So now that you see it as reported issues, I will go on to the back end of my end and then ask a response. So give me 1 second here and I'll show you what happens over here. So basically I'm creating a response in this ticket where I'm going to ask a question back and assign it back to you to make sure that you guys understand that we might be correlating with you on different tasks. So I'm going to send questions back to you that need to be answered. So I'm sending one right now. Okay, so now I have responded to that, and you'll see if you click my page again, now you'll see that a issue is now assigned to you, which it will also email you a link to come into the issue that we're working on, that we have a question on this actual project. So you can see it's a reported issue and that's on us, but you could also see that we still have questions. So you could go here and click on ticket number 705, and then you'll see this is what I want, all the information. This is what we originally started with, and then the question, I responded back, I need some more information. So obviously I'm going to be more detailed when we're going back and forth, and I hope you are as detailed as possible as well. So say for instance we are responding again to this to make sure we get it back. You'll see these links on the bottom right hand side. You're going to want to hit this edit button when you want to answer this question, and hit edit, and you'll see, okay, I'm going to respond to this question, so it shouldn't be to test user anymore or yourself. We should answer question back to Justin or whoever asks you the question at that point. Once it's at a later point, if someone else is asking a question, make sure you're paying attention to that and then respond and then assign it to whoever asks you the question. So we're going to assign it back to me. Here is the information requested, and then hit submit. So as that's sending the data, or as that's saving, sorry, my computer's loading a little bit slower right now. So now you see that we're responding it. Now we're going down in history. I need some more information. Here's my information, and then we signed it back to me. I signed it to you. You signed it back to me, so that way I got it. And to show you that it's not just sending me information through the management system, it will also be emailing me. So basically here, your response showed up here in my email, and you say, here's the information requested. Don't reply to these emails. They're not going to go back. They're going to go to the spam filters. Click on this link right here to make sure you do any of your responses. So going back to this, you could go back to my page and see that there is no longer any issues assigned to you. So make sure you're playing in the projects on the company name here, and then go to issues. Some people, will actually go to projects and create multiple projects. Please don't create multiple projects unless you're running multiple companies. So some of you guys out there want to create multiple projects. Please stop doing that. One project per company, and then multiple issues that we are working on. So Click your company as a project. If you have a set company 2, we could set up a new project. This would be company 2, and setting up a company 2, you don't need to play with this stuff. Sub project of it doesn't really need a sub project, but we'd inherit the members, and then we would create this if you have a second company. This isn't a place to put in new issues because we're not going to see it, so don't be adding new projects as issues. So let me go over one more thing. So if you go back to your projects now, you'll see company, depending on what company we're working on. If you're running multiple companies, you click on what company we're working on. So let's go back to the test system here, and let me explain to you on these tickets, especially for the web development and for working on your website. When we go to issues or creating a new issue, I need you guys to be very specific. So we'll leave a bug, say here, need to switch slider image on home page. So I want each subject, I don't want you to send me a whole list of different things as one issue. I want you to break it up into multiple issues, because that way we could start executing on many of them at one time instead of going through 100 different things to do on one big task. So this will help expedite things, so that way some things are getting done faster rather than a whole big issue taking a week or so to do. So please use the attached image in the slider, and we would assign to me, and then browse and upload your file obviously from here, and then create. So don't be going into a whole list of things. Make them short, simple, but also very detailed on what we're working on. If you know how to take screenshots with your computer, that's going to be a plus. That way you can upload it. That way we could examine where we need to be working, instead of going back and forth asking you questions about what needs to be edited because you weren't very clear in your message. So like I said, so every single little task that you might see that need help, whether it's you just want to switch like a slider image on the home page, or we need to create a link somewhere, make separate tasks on that, or issues on each page. Try to say in the subject, edits for home page, edits for about us page would be a separate issue, edits for contact page would be a third different issue. That way, like I said, multiple people could be working on the same project simultaneously. So it's a pretty fairly easy system to use. For you, those of you that want to purchase this project management system to help kind of structure a lot of things that you're doing, that way nothing gets left behind. That way you could see of all the different things that might be going on through your day-to-day operations. This system is for sale. We do set it up, we do program it and help and support it for you guys. I will make a separate video for those to show you how the back end works, so that way if you're working with a bunch of subcontractors, that people could only see certain things at one time instead of having multiple access views. But we'll get into that a little bit later in the next video. So like I said, please watch this video a couple times just to make sure you know what to do. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, and if you want access into our ticketing system, again, let me know. I will assign you a user and get you rolling on it. And happy